Good afternoon, Internet. My name is Jericho Pontifex, and this is Smash or Pass. The premise is simple, and we all know it instinctively. Would I smash, or wouldn't I? Let's get started. Barbaricia. First off the bat, why is her hair pistachio colored? That's not a normal color. I don't think I like that. Especially that particular color. I don't like pistachio green. I don't like pistachio. Do you like pistachio? It doesn't matter. You can like pistachio if you want. You're allowed to be wrong. I'm kidding. Also, there's so much hair. Good lord, she has a lot of hair. Have you ever been with someone with really, really long hair? That shit gets everywhere. Hairballs all over the place. It gets in between your toes when you walk around. It shows up in weird places. Follows you around the house. It's an ongoing chore to manage someone with that long hair. I have two people in my house with really long hair, and it's a fucking chore is what I'm saying. And that's normal human long hair. And this lady has hair down past her toes. She's pretty enough, and I appreciate the skimpy outfit. But that's too much hair. I'll be finding pistachio hair for years. One night, an hour tops, and I'll still be finding pistachio hair coming off my clothes and in my carpeting for the next decade. I don't want that. No, pass. Black Mage. A lot of these folks are supposed to be kind of ambiguous in terms of everything, so you can kind of insert your own ideas and personalities and everything, which doesn't leave a ton to work with, but we can do this. What do we know about Black Mage? Fireballs. I love a good fireball. Who doesn't love a fireball? Unless it's coming towards you, of course. But as long as it's not coming at you, fireballs are hilarious. I like how the wizard staff, the magic staff, can also double as a bludgeoning device. That's nice. Dual purpose. Practical. I like that. I dig the hat. I worry the hat brim is a little too low to practically see what you're doing, but other than that, I kinda dig it. Their hands are huge. Those are big grippy hands. Interesting. And you know what? We all have these days. I appreciate that Black Mage is not in the mood to be seen. They are not in the mood to deal with people. No, you can't see my face. I'm going to pull my turtleneck up over my face. I'm going to pull my hat brim real down low. I got my bunkin' wizard staff. I don't want to be out. I don't want to deal with people. But I'm ready to fuck some shit up. And I appreciate that. They got a job to do and they're going to do it, even if they're not feeling social that day. I respect that. Smash. Garland. Interesting pose. Interesting sword. Sword nerd moment. Hold on. Bear with me. That spike coming off the back end of the sword, I don't know how practically useful that is. It seems more likely to hurt you than it is to do anything useful for you. Like, I can see a couple of scenarios where you could use it to help parry and grab another sword, if you're going to parry with the back edge of that blade. But it seems real good chance to poke yourself with it as well, which is not good. I don't know if you, there, enjoying this video, have any experience with swords, but just in case you don't have any, allow me to enlighten you as someone who has used a sword. Any weapon that stabs you while you use it, suboptimal. Also, that's a big cape, cloak. It's too much fabric to get tangled up in, especially when your sword and your armor has spikes all over it. That's got to be catching on the fabric all the time. You're going to be poking holes in it constantly. It's going to snag and tear. It's going to restrict your movement. That's not good. And that helmet, like the face mask, is fine. But what are these fucking bull horns coming off the side? Garland, are you a cow? Garland, are you a cow? Because you don't fucking look like a cow. So why do you have cow horns? That's just an open invitation for someone's buddy to come up behind you and grab those. Well, in the middle of a sword fight. And these, what are these two little extra bits on the tippy top of the helmet? Are they smaller horns or are they antenna? Is this so you can gore someone from the side and from the front? Or are these picking up radio signals or some shite for you? Everything about you is ridiculous and I hate you. Pass. Gilgamesh. Okay, this armor's a little more practical. Love the belt buckle and the big rope belt. little samurai-ish. I dig it. He's got some good flowing cape, but it's not restricting him too much. Got a handy polearm, that's nice. Gotta love a good polearm. There's not a whole lot to go off of as Gilgamesh as a person, as a living, breathing human. But you know what? You seem to know what you're doing. I like your practical armor. You look like you thought things out, unlike the last person. And you know what? Using your brain and thinking things through deserves to be rewarded. Smash. Lich. Alright, Lich. I wonder if Lich is like a further advancement of the person with the silly armor. I never played Final Fantasy 1. But he's got the same bull horns on his helmet and the little antenna thingies. So I wonder if this is his cloak all torn up from his shitty armor and he learned a lesson. Maybe. Maybe not. Either way, it is a dashing wizard robe. I like his bracelets. Those are pretty fancy. He's got some cool magical power going on. That's not bad. His helmet's a little silly still. But he's a wizard, so who cares? I mean, he's still going to get into a fight, because clearly that's what he's there for. So it's still not too practical, but it's less annoying than the armored person. There is the conundrum that he is in fact all bone. That does raise a problem. I don't know that I'm in the mood to try to figure out how to with a skeleton, which lacks any... yeah. Pass. Merilith. Okay. I am not a huge fan of snakes. I'm not afraid of them. I've handled them. They're interesting. I'm just not huge on them, you know? You know, you got cat people and dog people. I'm a mammal person, overall. But I don't hate snakes. I value their place in the ecosystem. A lot of it, I think, is the texture. I don't like the texture of snakeskin, typically, which could be problematic here. Although, potentially, if we're paying good close attention to this, perhaps only the lower half feels like that, and the top half feels like lady people. How many arms does she have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 arms. That's a lot of arms. Some of the swords are a bit silly and not super practical. Like this one in the front with a barb on the outer edge. I don't know how useful that is entirely. Seems like a good way to snag it on something, but You know what? I think I'm curious enough. I want to see what she can do with all her 6 arms at once. It should be a learning experience if nothing else. Smash. Monk. You've got some big hands and feet there, lad. And you got some wicked cloud strife hair going on in the front. Is that just a JRPG thing? That spiky hair in the front? Is it like a lot of hair gel and hairspray? With a lot of hold? Or is it like a helmet that looks like your hair? And this is a defensive thing. Or, is it like a bird crest and it's to intimidate your mating rivals? Ooh, it might be, you know. I like how you've got the rest of your hair in a back ponytail there. To keep it out of the way. But you still have all this hair up front being all spiky. The giant feet are a little weird. I don't like feet in general. I mean, they're clean, that's nice. They're just huge. Some awfully big hands, too. You know what they say about a man with big hands and big feet. Big shoes and gloves. Yep, free dad joke for you, free of charge. Hit that subscribe button, come on. Other than the large hands and feet and the weird hair, he seems alright. Simple, chill, nothing too fancy and impractical other than the hair. He's clearly in shape, good for you. Sure, smash. Princess Sarah. If you're not aware, Sarah is Hebrew and also Persian, I think, and typically translates to, well, popularly to princess, but also like noblewoman or high-ranked woman. So effectively, her name is Princess, which I will refer to her for the rest of this segment. Princess seems normal. Her robes, her clothes are a little over the top and ornate, but she is a princess. That kind of goes with the job. Fair. It's a pretty color. She seems normal. Maybe a little sad looking, but you know, maybe I can cheer her up. Who knows? Maybe she's sad because she hasn't met me yet. Yeah, we'll go with that. I like that. It's probably bullshit, but it makes me feel better about myself, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, smash. Thank you, Princess. Red Mage. Okay. Hands and feet a little too big again, but that seems to be an ongoing trend. Clothes not super practical for a fight, but that's not really how a red mage fights, so I get that. I kind of like the hat. I like the little feather. Hair's not bad. Simple, but still stylish. Pretty eye color. I like the eye color. That's a nice color green. I dig the typical red mage fighting style. Absolutely red mage. Smash. Rubicant. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Wow. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Arms seem to have melded with your clothes, which have lost all their colour compared to the rest of your skin. Giant red claws. Don't care for those. Some of your cloak appears to be becoming tentacles. You know what, there's just too much here to unravel. You're too complicated and you got too much shit going on. No, pass. Scarmaglione. That is a heck of a name, and I don't know if I'm saying that right. This one should be fairly obvious. He's got a lot going on here. More pistachio hair. He seems to be missing a, what's that thing called that he doesn't have? A face. He's got horns coming out of his ribs. That's a little weird. The hands and feet are terrifying. He's got more horns coming out of his back for some reason. His spine is partially exposed. That feels not great for you. Just no. If you have a different answer than me, you let me know and you explain it to me, alright? Because I want to know why you would smash this fella. You tell me. Pass. Thief. I would want to do some preparation ahead of time. Stashing any valuables. Making sure I don't have any jewelry or coins or identification or anything like that on me. No documents. Still with big heads and big feet. That's clearly a standard trope. That's fine. I like the bandana. That's kind of cute. Also like the bracelets. Kind of chunky. Although I do wonder how they get those bracelets on with those giant hands. I'm curious about that all of a sudden. How did you do that? You're not going to answer me. You're a picture. Yeah, I don't see why not. Smash. Warrior. I'm not a huge fan of your hairdo. I'm not sure how you got that particular look, but it's a little weird, and I don't think I care for it. For the most part, your armor seems okay-ish, but you've left some weird gaps in it. Like the armor that is present seems practical, but its design does not feel practical. You left your elbows exposed, and you could argue, oh, it's for mobility. Chainmail would still be helpful there, but that's fine. I can see very closely, if you look near the hilt of his sword, his armpits are exposed. That's a vulnerable spot. But it's hard to hit, so I can see maybe you would opt for higher mobility again. At least some leather or something would have been nice, but that's fine. But your skinny, scrawny tummy seems to be guarded exclusively by your belt. That's not good. Actually, the more I look at it, the more it frustrates me. You're the warrior. You should know better than this. You can look at me cranky all you want. I'm still a little miffed. Pass. White mage. I'll say it. I think the robe, kind of cute. Kind of adorable. Simple. It's practical. It'll keep you warm. It'll keep the weather off of you. You kind of got a theme going on with black mage. That's nice. Some good similarity yet contrast. It's good design. Your wand, mace, is interesting. It does look, if properly constructed, you could, mace people with it. Give them a good old bonk. That's good. Sometimes you need to bonk someone, even if you're a white mage. Yes. I'll go with yes, I think. Smash. Alright, that's enough for now. If you've watched this long, you're just as weird as I am, so don't judge me. I'll see you next time. Cheers.